In my last episode, I discussed Devin would be speaking, and that is coming up next. An immense turn of events had taken place that once again stopped me from posting, but this was a blessing because my eldest wanted help. So he is clean almost a week. I'm going to share all of this. So many dynamics, components, discussions, fights. I can't even tell you what went down while Anthony was detoxing. All I know is he wants to help. He wants to share his story. So this episode is going to start with Devin after this little clip. And I am incorporating some of the past. I'm doing that for a couple of reasons. There is a lot that happens. A lot is said, a lot is done, right? We're convinced, we'll try to be, that they're sober when they want to be. And unfortunately, relapses occur more than not. So it's important for us to show some of the past and how it's been dealt with. So that will be incorporated in this episode. I'm going to share a little piece of the first night that I was with Anthony. He was tough. They both were tough. The mere fact that this has happened to two of my sons is a blessed miracle. So I wanted to explain the next episode. And yes, we're going to incorporate something live soon, and my kids will be talking on it.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Devin. I'm Robin's youngest son. Today is 2 weeks since I got the Rrraal shot. First week was hell. I was very sick all week, pretty much. I couldn't really move too much, but I'm getting back into being active and staying active and, taking it one day at a time. That's all I could do, and it's all anybody should be doing if this is the life they're trying to be on, a sober life. You gotta take it day by day, minute by minute, sometimes hour by hour. It's just how it goes, it's a lot of mental. Right now the physical, I'm physically good, I think, almost 100%. Mentally I'm good too, because I'm just been keeping my mind off of anything that's not anything that would bring me back, basically. We have some news about my brother. He's supposedly on board. Unfortunately, with this life, I can't get my hopes up. So we'll also take that day by day, and we'll see how that goes. But he plans on getting the shot too, and hopefully he'll come on here and speak as well. Maybe next time I'll get into how I got started and how many times I tried to stop and how many times I couldn't stop and how I got here. Thank you. Have a blessed day. I'll see you next time.
Okay, I'm almost to getting my boy, my man. He's 24. Almost there, picking him up from rehab. He has struggled, unfortunately, with drug use, even after his brother was incarcerated over it for 4 times, and Anthony went to about 10 to 12 rehabs. So I'm getting him, and I'm excited to see him and bring him home. You learned not to do drugs because what'd you say?
ruins your life.
Well, it does ruin your life. Did
I
it
wasn't
really take
joking.
this place to teach you that? I mean, you've seen your brother in prison. What? You didn't know that ruined his life? You had to experience it like this
Yeah, I guess.
and hear other people's stories.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of their stories? Not everybody was doing heroin, obviously. Was there a lot of people doing heroin?
Yeah, 80%.
80%?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy that you're home, but I'm very nervous. Like I have anxiety.
I was nervous then.
You're nervous coming home? Listen, it's normal for you to be nervous coming home. What are you nervous about?
I just don't want to fall back into my own routines. That's why I'm going to be working and going to the gym and doing things that I normally don't do.
You're afraid to fall back into the new routines, the old routines. I totally get that. Well, some suggestions with that is you really shouldn't be on social media. You do know that. What?
I'm going to be on social media.
You are? Why? Then you see what all the losers are doing. Listen, most of your friends...
They're not all losers. There's a lot of losers, most of them my friends, and I'm not associating with them. It is what it is.
Well, I don't think it's a good idea. Anthony's not on social media. Whatever. Tonight, well, I have to go to work. And then tonight we'll sit down and have a little meeting as to what's going on. But I just really want to feel very confident in what you've learned here. Because, you know, the other rehab you went to, you said, oh, I don't need to be here, and you left in a week. So this you stuck out, and what do you think was the biggest thing that got through to you?
My problem.
What?
My issues.
Yeah, but it's not just with the heroin use, which I hate. I can't even believe I say that. It's with the pot too, you know. Right?
It's with everything. Lifestyle.
Right. So we're gonna try to be sober and happy. Listen, Anthony's doing great. I just, it's different. He's matured, which is great.
It's awesome.
Okay, but I don't really want to talk much about your brother. I want to make sure that you're good. We're more nervous about you. Your brother is so nervous about you. Actually, maybe this is a small... The only way I could look at this is it's a blessing in disguise for him to see the other side of the coin. Because he is petrified over you.
Now you understand.
But when you say...
This is nothing.
What do you mean?
But you went through 30 days without me around.
Oh, I know. I know that. Because he really needed to hear you when you called the other night. And I said that, oh, your brother needs you. When you hung up, I said, listen. And I'm not trying to make him feel bad. I'm just trying to point things out. I said, you can imagine what your brother's gone through for 4 years. I mean,
4?
Well, this last bid, you know, all right, whatever. The decade or so.
I told him when he came up here, I said, I've been waiting for this for 10 years.
Right. But how much do you think that affected you using? Do you think your brother's... What?
A lot.
Right. But let's just say, God forbid, worst case scenario, which I hate to even talk about, he falls again. Does that mean you're going to fall again? I can't do this with both my kids. I could go to tears. I just want everybody out being healthy.
I am healthy.
Right, but, you know...
There's no reason to cry.
I don't want you to fall.
I'm
Now I'm so nervous about both of you. I got him out of jail, you out of rehab. It's like a mind fuck.
Of course it is. I understand. And I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
And these meetings are making me a little nervous. I want you to go. HA is totally new now on the islands. I mean, I guess they have it across the world, but when Anthony said he went to a Heroin's Anonymous meeting, I mean, I get, you've been to meetings. You don't want to use when you go to meetings?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You've been to meetings. Have you had that thought? Because a lot of people do.
Yeah.
What? Well, what are you going to do about that then?
I don't know. I'm gonna be going with Joe and his friends. So one of his friends is supposed to bring me to a meeting tonight.
Are you going?
Yeah. It's an 8 o'clock meeting though. So Anthony can't.
Where is it?
Blue Boy.
Alright, that's okay. 'Cause by the time I get home from work, it's going to be about 8:30. So if you guys get in around... Well, he went to a meeting the other night and told his parole officer that he was at a meeting. She came to the house once.
How'd that go?
It actually went really well. He was downstairs. It was 10 o'clock. But she came through the front door. And thank God the dog was outside. Because if she, acted like a freak, it would have been over, I think. But then I would have said, just take the downstairs door. She literally came in, said to Daddy, "Oh, your house is beautiful. Where's Anthony?" Very friendly. I heard her. I was in the bathroom. And went down literally like a minute. She was back up. "Have a good night." So I said to Anthony, "What happened?" He said, "Oh, she just came down and said, 'Hi, Anthony.'" "All right. Okay, good. Yeah. Shook her hand. Bye." Listen, I just want everybody to be well. So could you tell me more about this program that you were in for 30 days? Because I really don't know. The meetings and did you speak at all?
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
Good.
It's important to speak, I think.
Technically, for the first 30 days, you're not supposed to speak. You're supposed to listen.
Oh, so why'd you speak?
Well, they called on me. It's not like I didn't speak during a meeting. I spoke during groups.
Okay, so let me ask just some questions because I want to understand. Obviously, you had these issues with heroin, and thank God it was never shot up, right? Obviously, because you'd be worse. And what do you think your biggest downfall of drugs was? Because you've done your fair share.
Selling drugs.
Selling drugs.
If I sell drugs, I'm probably dealing drugs.
But what do you think was worse for you, doing heroin or smoking pot?
Doing heroin.
You don't have an urge at all?
To do heroin?
Yeah.
No.
Anything?
No.
Not even pot?
No.
A little urge.
A little bit.
Alright, well that's honest. Well, you're gonna stay sober as long as you can.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so exhausting. Did you call your counselor to make sure she could see you twice a week?
No.
Well, Jane was supposed to do that with you.
Jane, she's been out the past 4 days.
That needs to be done today.
I have to get her number.
Alright, so you know her name?
It's in my phone.
I do have to go back to this whole dealing thing though, because I don't understand it. You're telling me you have been dealing this whole time and Daddy and I haven't known it?
Whole time with what?
I don't know. You were like, I never stopped dealing. I know of the times that you've stopped
I've had
dealing.
some periods, yeah. I stopped dealing, but it didn't take long for me to start dealing again.
So, I just feel like you've been dealing a lot without us knowing.
Of course I have. Why wouldn't you guys?
While you were living in my house again before moving in with Michelle?
No.
Were you dealing Christmas time?
Yes.
Oh my God, you were? Were you using heroin at Christmas?
No.
I can't believe you were dealing at Christmas time. You had no money. Where was your money?
Maybe I wasn't.
You're not even a good dealer.
Maybe I wasn't dealing.
I mean, Daddy and I have been telling you for years, you're not even a good dealer.
I know that.
I don't know what's worse, the dealing or the using.
The dealing brings me to using.
Oh my God. All right. Well, let's just be positive. We're going to be well. No more of that. We just want to be healthy and happy. That's that. I have to record this moment. I'm with my eldest. It's September 4th. And he's ready to help. This is a blessing and a rarity. 2 very addicted sons. I mean, this is the first night, but obviously I'm gonna talk about what happened. This is different now. You know, they asked for help, take my keys, take my money so I can't disappear. So we got that under control. 3 family members round the clock for sickness. That will happen. 2 of my sons had detoxed within 2 weeks of each other. Need I say more? Peace and blessings. Pray for everybody to try to heal. Your leg is burning? Let's fucking get it, you know, it just can't be. He put a hammer to his shin today, and it hit the bone, right? So, I mean, that's what we're dealing with on top of trying to get off of the drugs. No hospital or nothing. Not that painkillers would help anyway, right? I have to put you in my pocket so I could ask some questions. I just want to know a few things. You never know with Detox. He says he's going to throw up in 24 hours from now for about 4 days. Oh my God, Devin did it a different way. Which, again, is another topic, right? They're all topics because I almost feel like, why be sick for 4 days, withdrawing with nothing, cold turkey, whatever, and then his brother got the shot and made himself sick. But for 3 days, it's a difference. Of 2 days, it's a difference. Okay, I'll put you in my pocket. But going through a detox isn't enough, right? There's no towel. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Right. And now we have to worry about, you know, orthopedic amputations. Okay, where? It's on you? So if you didn't have that leg thing going on, I wonder if that's a blessing in disguise. So you're not thinking about the other shit more? Or that doesn't happen?
I'm not thinking about it at all right now.
Right. But this is probably like more than 50% mental, right?
Yeah. But this was like perfect timing for this to happen.
Why?
Because it's a lot easier for me to sit.
Wow. Really? Do you think you may have backed out of today if it wasn't for that?
No, I don't think so.
I would hope not. You made us cancel our trip.
I don't think so.
Even though I know things like that don't even matter. You don't think about that at all.
I thought about it.
Thought about what?
About canceling.
On us after saying you wanted help? That would have been devastating. That would have been so mean.
I know that, but I'm saying, you, not that you would have done it, but you thought about it and said, like, I'm sure you thought in your head, like, is he even gonna really do it? Should we really cancel?
I didn't really think about that until tonight when you weren't showing up. I mean, I had my, you know, little doubts, but I really, really try to give the benefit of the doubt when you tell your parents. I mean, you've been mean enough to, you know that they're canceling a trip. And if you're gonna fucking bail on that when you know how bad you need it, that would have been bad. That, I don't know what would have came out of that. Devin may have cut you off. That, I mean, enough's enough.
I know. I'm glad you guys were going on that trip.
What?
I'm glad you were going on that trip and you canceled. Because it made it more like, we better fucking do this.
Yeah, you think? So you were doubting it. I'm surprised. I thought you were really 100% because I didn't
No, I
think you
wasn't
would.
doubting it. I was doubting if I was going to be able to mentally. No matter what, I was coming here and giving this my best, but I always doubted if I was strong enough to really do it on my own.
So do you think there's a chance that you may fail this?
No, because there's no opportunities for me to fail.
No, there isn't. We're not going to cave. I mean, but don't think about that. Anthony, you've been through this. You've been detoxing in prisons for how many years?
No, I know that.
That's why I don't understand.
It's different now, man. These drugs are not a fucking joke.
What are you talking about? You're lucky you're alive. It's fentanyl.
Exactly. They're no fucking joke. I didn't have no fentanyl when I was in prison or when I was growing up.
But you were still very sick. What do you mean? The sickness is still the same.
No, it's not. This is worse.
How do you know? You didn't even go through it yet.
Yes, I did. I went through it when I got arrested in fucking January.
You threw up in jail for 4 days straight?
2 days. It's gonna be way better than what Devin went through because he's an asshole and he put himself in acute withdrawal. It's totally different. I'm not going into acute withdrawal if I do this right.
I know, but you were in acute withdrawals when you got arrested. Right?
No, I was just in very bad withdrawal. It wasn't acute withdrawal. Acute withdrawal is fucking like when your body completely rejects everything.
Like Devin, you couldn't sip water.
Right. That's acute withdrawal. Regular withdrawal is not like that. It's just very, very uncomfortable. You gag sometimes, puke sometimes, but it's not like every 20 minutes for days. It's like 3 or 4 times a day, maybe. You can even eat.
I just know how strong you are, and it's mind-baffling.
It's mental. It's not about.
But you're so strong mentally that when you go for something, you get it.
I know, it's totally different. It's so hard to explain.
Hey, I'm taking one last video. I'm gonna be off shift soon. Second shift is coming in. He has been sleeping for the last 2 hours, but we have medicine for all of his ailments. So his leg doesn't get infected, to keep him calm and sleeping, for nausea. He's going to go through a lot of sickness. So again, this isn't recommended at home, but if someone you love wants to get clean, refuses rehabs, hospitals, or detoxes, and wants to do it at home, and you have the guts and the knowledge to do it, you need the knowledge. Of course, you need the guts too, but the knowledge is key. Because if we don't do this right here, God forbid they could overdose another way, right? That's the bottom line. So I'll be in touch, and hopefully Devin's coming to stay with his brother for the evening, and we pray it all goes well. Ciao for now. What's the story today? The story today is a bullshit story, right? Because my eldest is detoxing, and I previously mentioned that 3 members of the family were rotating, and unfortunately last night he decided to steal money and cop. Yeah, he copped. 3 in the morning. So you know what? Know what's happening now. I mean, the story just can't get any more fucking twisted, and I'm tired. I just can't fucking take life. It's disgusting. Like, what are you doing? You call all your family together to get clean, and you can't go fucking 24 hours without a hit. He's very bad. So what's going on? On Friday, September 11th, while I pray for the world is number 1. For all lives lost, and just for the whole country. This is the first day I have woken up in about 15 plus years, not worried about 1 or 2 of my sons dying from an overdose. And we want to take our story everywhere and help addicts and their families as much as we can. And I am very thankful and blessed to be able to announce this. The Rrraw is an absolute lifesaver. There's a story behind it. Of course, everything I say has a story behind it, and we will focus on it. My sons will probably talk about it. Peace and blessings.